Thank you.
Spring break is right around the corner, and many of us are ready to escape the cold for some warmer weather. I know I am. But where should we go, and how do we get the best deals? That's the question. Here to help is travel expert Jeanenne Tornatore. Hi, Jeanenne.
Hi, great to be here.
Okay, Jeanenne, so what are some of this year's most popular spring break spots?
Well, it's going to be a lot of the perennial favorites that you would expect to see, from Florida to Mexico to Hawaii. Of course, Orlando reigns supreme with families. You also have a lot of people looking to Miami, and I really like Fort Lauderdale as a great alternative. Right nearby, you have fantastic properties like the W, which has just undergone a $55 million renovation, beachfront hotel, and a lot of availability in that area. So, don't confine yourself to just say, hey, I'm looking in Miami. Make sure that you're looking at some of those surrounding areas too in the same proximity.
Ooh, those sound nice, but what if we want a less traditional spring break escape?
Sure, well, a couple of emerging destinations. I have two suggestions for you. The first one is Nashville. Now, I know this has kind of become a hot spot for weekend travel, but it's definitely emerging as a spring break destination. It's one of the fastest growing hotel markets in the country. But what's really key, I think, if you're going to a Nashville, is looking at those historic boutique properties to really get that authentic Nashville experience. I love the Noel. It was built in the 1920s. It's undergone an amazing, elegant transformation. So look to those smaller properties because they're really, I think, what's kind of bringing Nashville into its own these days. Now, my second emerging destination pick is maybe a little more unexpected. It's Louisville, Kentucky. I love this smaller southern city. Of course, it's known for its bourbon trails, the Kentucky Derby. It's a great family destination. You can tour Churchill Downs. They have a Louisville Slugger Museum and Factory, a Muhammad Ali Museum, a really great burgeoning restaurant scene, and fantastic properties like the Aloft, which are right in the heart of this small city, and it's very walkable and doable. So definitely keep those two southern towns on your list this spring break.
I love it. Those are two great options. What about somewhere that's a little less crowded this time of year?
Well, I really love Washington, D.C. this time of year for a few reasons. One, in early April, you get the Cherry Blossom Festival. It's a beautiful time of year. I think one of the most beautiful times of the year to see D.C. But in general, the spring season, you're also beating those summer crowds. So for families to take advantage of a lot of those great free museums and attractions like the Smithsonian, this is the time of year to do it. And you'll find great availability in the heart of the city and great properties like the Marriott Marquis that are just easy to get to a lot of these great attractions in D.C. So that would be my #1 pick to avoid some of those big spring break crowds.
Okay, these all sound nice, but what if we're in a budget and we want to get away and not spend the fortune?
Sure. Well, a lot of people are looking to save money over spring break, and some people even are looking not to go for a 7 or 8 day vacation. But here's the key, is to travel on the weekends. And that really holds true any time of year, but especially during these busy travel periods like spring break. The secret really is that a lot of the big cities, from Boston to Chicago to San Francisco, are big business traveler cities. So Monday through Friday, they're full of business travelers that head home for the weekend. So you, as a leisure traveler, come in on a Friday night and a Saturday night. You can find 20% off hotel promotions over the weekends and really stay in some fantastic properties in these cities. My second big tip that I think is a big mistake a lot of people make over spring break is waiting until they get to their destination to plan and book their activities on the ground. It's really important over this busy period, especially if you're heading somewhere like Orlando, to book those before you go. You can even go on, Marriott Bonvoy and book over 120,000, moments and experiences and destinations all over the country and all over the world. So just make sure you're doing those before you get there, because what happens is a lot of people get to their destination and they realize, oh, that attraction is sold out. So you don't want that to happen to you.
Jeanenne Tornatore, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.